Talk.
Oh, one body, two body, three body, four. Now you're knocking at your door. This is easy dog. 35 minus 16. Boy, we will be losing. Defense. Defense. Ah! I thought he was gonna block me. Four.
You in a meet.
What do you say? Yeah, I'm in a Google Meet. Green. I missed a three-pointer.
What is the build?
Green. Julian, this is a playmaking shot creator. Wait, play me, yeah, playmaking shot creator. My build is raw.
That's what he made.
Julian, I'll be back. I'm finna go get the bacon, take the bacon out. All right, stay in here. All right.
Concerned or terrified is what I'm seeing so far. Need to see a few more people participate. Okay, terrified is the answer. Good job, you guys. Our second question. The reader can conclude that the glowing eyes are A, wolves, B, bears, C, dogs, or D, foxes. If we conclude that the glowing eyes are A, wolves, B, bears, C, dogs, or D, foxes. Yeah, Marina's correct. It's wolves. Let's do another one. The wife came up with this idea most likely to A, hurt her husband, B, kill the children, C, save herself, or D, to be unkind. This is Hansel and Gretel. Hard by a great forest dwelt a poor woodcutter and his wife and his 2 children. The boy was called Hansel and the girl Gretel. He had little to bite and to break, and once, when great death fell upon the land, he could no longer procure even the daily bread. Now, when he thought over this by night in his bed and tossed about in his anxiety, he groaned and said to his wife, "What is to become of us? How are we to feed our poor children when we no longer have anything even for ourselves?" "I'll tell you what, husband," answered the wife. "Early tomorrow morning we will take the children out into the forest to where it is thickest. There we will light a fire for them and give them each one more piece of bread. And then we will go to our work and leave them done. They will not find the way home again, and we shall be rid of them." "No, wife," said the man, "I will not do that. How can I bear to leave my children done in the forest?" The wife came up with this idea most likely to A, hurt the husband, B, kill the children,
Text in the chat.